Yo, what is going on, people? Welcome to the channel. Today, we're playing some Strayed, or aka VR Rust, because that is basically what this game is, and that is a good thing. Trust me. I was searching through Steam, and I came across this game called Strayed. It was on the new and trending a couple weeks ago, and so I clicked on it. Turns out, it is Rust in VR. That is exactly what they're going for. They're not even trying to make it look like it's not. Everything from what you do to your UI to the stuff you craft to how you craft. This is Rust. This is Rust in VR. And for anyone who is a survival game genre person who enjoys Rust, Ark, DayZ, Scum, any of that, this is your game in VR right now. This is great. Now, it does have its flaws. It's not perfect, but it did also just release, and it's in early access. You can get this game for $20. That's budget gaming. This is a game that has immense replayability for anyone that knows Rust. Like, it is a game of just getting on and trying to get PvP. Build your base up, run around, look for loot, look for scrap, gather up things to make blueprints. It's all Rust in VR. Now, the fact that it is early access though, the game doesn't have a ton of content. There's really only 5 monuments to go to, and there's other towers throughout the map that you can go to pick up small bits of loot. The best stuff you are gonna find though is gonna be at the 5 monuments, but they also do have helicopter drops. So a helicopter or a plane will come by and drop in a supply crate, and it'll be contested. You have to fight for it, just like Rust. So those are your best places to get gear, but with the airdrops and even monuments, you know, it's Rust. It's a dangerous world. It's survival. It's tough. It's brutal, and it's unforgiving, but goddamn is it fun. So basically, I'm gonna just kind of show you how my time went in Strayed, and yeah, you guys can make a decision for yourself. So I had plenty of supplies. It was time to get a base up, and in order to do that, you have to make a blueprint, craft your door. Then you have to hold the blueprint to actually build the pieces that you want. Again, just like Rust. They aren't hiding anything here. You want to make sure you start with a core foundation. That actually makes it so that people can't build right in your area. As far as I know, there could be a little off about that, but that's what it seems like to me.
Nice.
I'll tell you what though, I ain't building no Rust solo base. This is gonna be a special Strayed base. Okay, so you can do this before you have a base down. If you just want to make sure you're respawning in a certain zone, you need to make a sleeping bag. Now, these can be placed anywhere outside on the grass, up on rocks, or basically where they should be in your base. So that's all I'm doing right now, is getting my bag put down, so that way when I die, I'll be able to spawn back at home. Alright, and we got to get some storage boxes down under the steps. Seems like a pretty good spot for them. So I ran out of wood for the base, so I'm just farming it up. It's nighttime, pretty safe time to do it. No one can really see you. Granted, you're making a lot of noise, but easy enough.
Alright, we fully enclosed. Hell yeah. So we need a good amount of wood,
Okay, so once you have your base fully enclosed, you'll need to put down a resource container. All this does is keep your base from auto-decaying. And what you have to do is just put whatever resources your base is made up of in the box, and it'll let you know how long your base is protected for. As you can see, I got 42 hours with the amount of wood that's in there. Now, eventually, I'll upgrade the base to stone, and I'll have to only keep stone in there. But if you do have a mixture of wooden pieces and stone pieces, you gotta have both wood and stone in the resource box. It's pretty simple. So if you know anything about Rust, obviously, once you get your base up, you want to get a forge, because you need to start smelting metal. That way you can get a workbench down, and you can get your crossbow made, and eventually get your research bench, start researching things that you find. But that's only after you collect enough scrap, and that is a pain in the ass. It requires run after run after run and run after run. And that's if you don't die during one of those runs, which makes you have to do more runs. But overall, it's fun because you could die at any moment. Even if you're just out farming, you could just get shot right in the back, not even realize it, be over before you even knew it. Lose everything that you just were farming for hours or however long you were out. You don't get that back. And some people hate that, some people love that. I'm one of those people that I hate to love it. It is such high risk, high reward, especially when you run into a PvP situation and you come across victorious on that. You run away with the loot. Oh my god, it's so much fun to loot people in games. Like, not to mention, you're getting that kill in VR now, and you're getting to loot them in VR. Huh! So much better. So as you can see, I got a bow made up, and these are actually pretty cheap to make. You have to run around collecting cloth. They're little hemp plants, like just like Rust, and the bow actually feels pretty good. It's not perfect, but once you get used to it, it's a really good weapon to use.
Yeah, so I switched my weapon. If I switch back to my bow, it's already got the arrow in it, ready to shoot. But if you do want another, you actually got to pull it over your shoulder, and I like that a lot. It's real cool. It's that good VR stuff. All right,
so using your left controller, holding the trigger, you can pull up a mini map, and this will show you your way around, so that way you can make it back to your base or certain locations that you have marked, or the 5 monuments that you can get to try and find loot. Now, when you're out running around, you want to try and make your way to these towers to see if you can find a storage box underneath them. They will have certain resources to items that will be helpful for you. As you can see, I just got a metal hatchet and basically some scrap, I forget what it's called, and wooden shoes, which is armor. So if you are out and about running around, you see one of those nearby, I recommend going to check to see if it has a storage box underneath it, because you can find anything from resources to tools, and it's worth it.
I think I might want to take this back to the base before I go on a journey.
I took that stuff back to base and I decided to upgrade it. As you can see, I got everything turned to stone, except for the staircase right now, and I just put a metal door on my base. I was pretty excited about it.
I like this. This is cool. Fit some more, so I'll probably put like a workbench up here. I might put that right down here, actually. I could put it right in this corner. It'd be a good spot for it. And then up there can be some other stuff. You still got 500 more. That's enough for it. I just really got to go on this little journey and get my damn self some rope and 2 metal sheets, and I can get the workbench, and we'll be looking real good on that. So seeing as I know, yeah, I put my put the metal hatchet away, like made the base even better, got the metal door on, feeling good about it. This is cool. I'm in my base. This feels so cool. I'm in my base right now. This is my little playhouse. This feels sweet. Hello. This is so cool.
Okay, so I made my way over to one of the monuments, and this is the warehouse. So I'm putting a sleeping bag down, that way in case I die I can respawn right here. And I haven't seen anyone, but I also haven't been inside, so hopefully this goes well. Now, when you're going to any location to try and find loot, these are the boxes you're looking for. And right here is your shredder. You can put different items in here, materials. Not everything is shreddable, but the things that are will give you resources back. Certain things can be grinded down into scrap, and that's very useful. And other things, I'm not sure. Whatever resources you need from things that you don't need, go to the shredder. This was the first gun that I found. This is a bolt action shotgun. It's a single shot. Worst gun in the game, but if you're up close and personal, you can pack a punch with it. And this is actually one of the items though that you cannot grind down. This crate was a little harder to get to, but it was definitely worth it.
Oh. Oh shit, I got it. Did I really just get a fucking AK? There's no clip. Okay. Let's get back to base.
Now, this is the part during a run where you get extremely nervous because you just found something good,
Oh, this is the place
and
to be,
until you
I
get back
guess.
to base, you are not safe with that item. You could still lose that at any moment. Some guys could roll up on me and just shoot me right in the back. Like a whole team. It doesn't matter. You could be completely outnumbered, which is why it's a good thing that you can tribe up. Get some friends to come play with you on this. And these are things that you can come across running around out and about as well. You see a truck, you look in the back. If you see a box, try and get to it because it's going to have some
Thanks,
loot in
there's
it.
my metal sheets. I ain't got no rope yet, but... What is that? A rocket? Oh crap. I had a freaking club. I haven't even made one. I could have made these, but oh my god, that's cool. Dun, dun, dun. Me caveman. Blah. Okay, so we got this cool little spring. Swing, 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 swing. That's really cool.
Now, I'd been running around for a little while and I hadn't actually seen anybody. I knew I was about to run out of luck with that one though, especially going to monuments like this.
Took out one of them.
And that's why you put sleeping bags down, because right now I'm right next to where I died, so I'm trying to run back and see if they either didn't leave anything behind or, yeah, basically just that. And sometimes you'll get insanely lucky like I just did, and you'll just have your loot there and the guy you killed's loot because for some reason his teammate or buddy didn't take everything and just thought it'd be okay to leave it there. Well, it's wild what happens in some survival games. But I just had a come up right here.
I'm looking pretty set now. It's pretty cool to just go. I can go check the rest of these monuments pretty easy. So, yeah, I went over to the warehouse. I've been to prison, sawmill. Now I need to go to the gas station and the oil refinery.
So after I found that assault rifle, an FN, I found some rifle bullets too. So I wanted to get those researched because in order to craft more, you have to make the blueprint, and the blueprint costs scrap. That's the big thing with learning any new item that you find. It costs a certain amount of scrap to research it, and then you have to craft it after that anyways. So I wanted to get some bullets crafted up because I wanted to run around with this gun and feel what it was like to run around with a gun. And that's something that I can definitely say feels really good about this game is the gunplay. Like when you actually have a gun and you're rocking it, from an assault rifle to a pistol, it feels really good. It doesn't feel clunky, and you gotta really appreciate that in a VR game, especially one where its main focus isn't necessarily the guns. Like, guns are there, but it's much harder to get to using them. And the devs are extra awesome because they made sure you could use finger tracking. That's my favorite thing.
This is worth going for, I think.
Seeing on how I had a good gun, I wanted to go try and get one of these supply crates, regardless of the fact that it's really risky. I wanted to see what these things had to offer. Alright, so we got two guys here already, and they're fighting it out. That guy picked it up, but he just died. Now this guy's gonna get it, and I just gotta hunt him down. So overall, Strayed to me is a really good game, especially a really good survival game brought into VR. It's not perfect by any means, but it really is a load of fun, especially if you're that kind of
Yeah.
person who loves the survival games, who loves that farm for resources to get your PvP, build a base, go raid. It's got all of that. And it has a good population. It's not bad, but it is on Steam and MetaQuest. $20 on each. So if you're on Steam, it doesn't look like it has a large player base. Believe me, it's way higher than you think. I've been a big fan of Ark and Rust and other survival games for a while now, and I'm really happy to see a game like this come to VR, and I can't wait for it to get more polish. And I honestly just want to see more people play it. It'd be nice to see this game get a big following and the devs be able to do some really good work to it. So that's my whole point, is I just wanted to share, and I might even be making some content on this, some episodic kind of stuff. So do me a favor, if you're still here, leave me a like, leave me a comment, let me know how you feel. And with that, I'll see you in the next one. Later.
Oh, it's fucking close.